April from Yes FM Midday DJ, and we are here at Awaken Fest, and we have the band DecembeRadio with us. So this is the band.
Hey guys.
Okay. Why don't we have you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves and what role you play in the band?
Cool. Well, I'm Josh, and I sing and play bass.
I'm Eric, and I play guitar.
I'm Brian, I play guitar also.
Excellent. And how long have you guys been a band?
We've been a band about 6 years, 7 years, something like that. So, yeah, it's been a great journey so far. So we're looking forward to what's up next.
So bring us back to that journey a little bit, like 6, 7 years ago. How did you guys all meet? Was it like a college thing, or are you just guys playing with people and met each other?
Yeah, Brian and I here, we grew up together since kindergarten. So we started playing music at an early age together. And, we had a dream to someday share the stage, and that dream came true at talent shows in high school and middle school, and it was just something we really wanted to do, and God placed that call in our lives. We met Eric traveling, playing just different churches up and around our area. We traveled to West Virginia, and that's where Eric's from, and we played a show there and saw him play guitar there, and eventually he joined the band. And our current drummer, which isn't here, we met him on YouTube. So found him on YouTube, yeah. So kind of a whole different story on that end, but yeah.
Very good, very good. So remind me the name of your latest album.
It's the Southern Attic Sessions.
Okay, and when did that come out again?
It just came out.
Okay, okay, yeah. So it came out.
Technically, it releases. We've been selling it on our website just to our diehard fans, but it releases nationally this month.
Excellent, excellent. And so, you guys have like a recent radio release that's coming off of that?
Yes, it's a song called "Be Strong."
Okay.
So we're pretty excited about it. It's definitely a different kind of the song, kind of the way it sounds, the music style. A little bit different. Brian's playing some steel on this song, steel guitar.
We recorded the album in my studio, actually upstairs in my attic. And we just kept it kind of stripped down, and we made it a little bit more rootsy, not quite as overproduced and stuff like that. So it's cool. We had a lot of fun doing it.
Sounds like a lot of fun. So, and tell us about the song "Be Strong." You're talking about the steel guitar on there, but as far as like lyrically and stuff, writing process, what the song means to you guys, and what you want it to convey to listeners.
Yeah, the song is really about just struggles that we all have, and the first verse talking about a kid that's been abused, whether it be a boy or a girl, just the things that this life and that the devil can throw at us, and that really the chorus comes in, and it's an encouragement to be strong. Don't be discouraged, and so it's definitely a song that talks about those issues, but also it's an encouragement. It's meant to lift you up. If you're dealing with that and you're going through struggles. So we hope that it gives people hope when they hear it, and that it ministers to their heart.
Excellent. And is that something? I'm assuming that's something that you guys want to convey in your music. But what's the central message that you guys want to have people walk away from your music, like from a concert or just throwing your CD into a player?
I think just mostly to be encouraged, and it is. There's each song is different, but just that overall message that we have a hope because of the God that we serve.
Let's go back a little bit to some older music and stuff. Your song "Dangerous" being used for all sorts of cool stuff on TV and Discovery Channel, Mystery Channel, or something like that, with one of their shows.
It was Discovery Channel Hazard Pay.
Hazard Pay.
Dangerous Job.
Very cool. That had to have been exciting for you guys. Like, how did that come about? How did they get a hold of your song?
I'm not actually sure.
I guess they Googled it. I really don't know.
they probably Googled "dangerous song," and that's our song's called.
But just like we talked about with the YouTube thing. So here's a lesson to anybody listening: if you like a band and you're playing instruments, go and go play their song, put it on YouTube. And if they lose a band member, maybe they'll find you. It's worked for a lot of bands.
It's like Journey, you got Neil Sean scouring YouTube for a new Steve Perry. And he found one in the Philippines.
Wow. Yeah, good luck with that. So, Well, that's awesome. That's very cool. And then another song that we had been playing is Gasoline. Could you guys tell us the meaning behind that song?
That song kind of just came from nowhere, really. We played this riff. Brian had written this riff a while back before the record. We made the record, and we're like, man, we got to make that a song. And we just like, what does that feel like? What does that sound like? You know, we're like, man. At first, it started at there's a lyric in there, "Love Machine," or no, not "Love Machine," but what is it? Heaven's Love Machine.
Yeah.
That's what it says. But we were like, well, we can't really make a song that's Love Machine, you know. So we're like, you know, gasoline rhymes with machine, and so at that point we're like, yeah, God's love, you know, when you're on fire for God, you know, it's like gasoline. So that's kind of what that's.
Like you mentioned the song Dangerous, a lot of our songs, especially off of the first couple records, were about that kind of passion and that energy for God and that reckless abandon, and Dangerous actually came from Wild at Heart. And that's just something we've always done, and in our live show brought that energy and just showed people that it can be fun, it can be entertaining and exciting to serve God.
Yeah, you're fired up a little bit.
Excellent, excellent. So yeah, so take us through like a normal show for you guys. I mean, you're talking like high energy and stuff like that. Are they sweating buckets by the end?
Yes.
I mean,
They weren't in Alaska, we just couldn't imagine there wasn't too.
I mean, you know, it's a little bit of everything. We'll rock out for a while and then we'll slow things down, give them a little break, you know. It's like a roller coaster ride. It can't be full force all the time, but you know.
But the drops are really good.
That's right, the drops.
Sometimes they put their hands up.
That's
So, I mean, you guys have been all over the place, out on tour and stuff like that. So a lot of times we like to kind of find the lighter side, the fun side of the band and stuff like that. I'm sure you guys have got multiple stories of like just stuff that's happened, maybe something funny, or maybe even something serious where it like just really impacted you guys. So you feel like sharing something that's stand out for you guys?
Gosh, there's so many stories. As far as being on the road, and just doing shows and you know everywhere, all over the country. And it's cool when we are done with the show and someone comes up to us and shares their story or how a song of ours has touched their life. We did a show in Pennsylvania, I believe it was, and there was a guy. As we were singing the song, there was a guy just broken, singing every word of the song and just crying so intensely. We talked to him after the show, and he'd been in prison, heard Drifter while he was in prison. I'm not exactly sure how he heard it, whether it was someone sent it to him, gave it to him. But he heard it, gave his life to Christ, got out of prison, and we were going to be in his hometown 2 days later, and came to the show. And just little things like that, which that's not really little, that's huge. You know, he gave his life to Jesus. But things like that is what keeps us going and what encourages us, and it's what inspires us. So, on the spiritual side of things, that's really cool for us to be able to connect with the people and really get their feedback and see what they're going through.
On a lighter side, as you see this tractor behind us here, when I first moved down to Virginia with these guys and joined the band, I was working in the hayfield for Brian's dad, and I was on his 1940s Massey Ferguson tractor, and it caught on fire, and I jumped off of it and tried to put the fire out with my clothing, which did not work out. And then by the time I made it up to the barn to ask for a fire extinguisher, the tractor exploded.
Yeah, it was a small mushroom cloud. It was pretty cool.
Even got off the ground.
And what was Brian's dad's reaction to all of this?
Well,
what's this rated?
Yeah, seriously.
Why'd you blow up the tractor?
Hey, what did the farmer say when he lost the tractor?
I have no idea. What did he say?
Where is my tractor?
Maybe a few more words.
Is there anything, going back to a little bit more seriousness, is there anything that you guys, maybe God has been showing you, or are you just wanting to impart to people out there, who listen to your music, or who maybe don't know you guys yet, but, having seen this on our YouTube channel, say, hey, I'm going to check December Radio out. What would you want to impart to them?
I mean, for me, I find as I get older, you're always wanting to get to the next step in life and what you want to do And a lot of times you let everything that's awesome, that's, you know, God's wanting to bless you with in the moment, you let it go by, and you don't catch it. And I think now in our lives, I mean, we're, you know, and even musically, there's been a transition. I mean, our music style is changing somewhat. You can hear it in the Southern Attic sessions, and it's, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, you know what, we gotta be real with, you know, with our fans and with folks that are out there hearing our music, and if it's not real, you know, they're not gonna relate to it. Instead of trying to, you know, always do what we did 5 years ago. And so for me, it's letting God inspire us and enjoy the journey and live the moment, and not worry too much about what's going to happen a couple months from now, even tomorrow. You know, the passage in Matthew talks about that. You know, so enjoy the journey, man.
Anyone else want to add?
That's the main thing that Josh said about us being real in our music. You know, we just go to the studio and just write or play what comes out. Sometimes there might be, you know, some variance in that, which makes it interesting for us. So hopefully other people like that. When you hear it, that's us. So if you like our music, chances are you'll like us. If you don't, we like you.
You don't have to like it. Hey guys, we're December Radio, and you're listening to Yes FM's YouTube channel.